All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 in 2025. Last episode was just a punch in the gut, man. We found out that Arthur has tuberculosis. It was a hard-hitting episode. He's handling it really well, in my opinion. He hasn't said nothing to nobody. And he had to get involved in some stuff right away because time don't stop, and John needs to be rescued. So right after finding out that he's dying, he had to go right back to work, and he hasn't shared anything with anybody just yet. So I guess we're waiting for this camp to get put together, or else I'd get him a haircut and trim his beard, but we don't have access to that right now. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go talk to Dutch. Oh, he's not in here. Miracle tonic. There is stuff in here, though, it seems. Pretty sure something over here said miracle tonic. Yeah. There's a pretty blanket. Jewelry. Makes you wonder what happened to the folks that were here before. People don't normally pack up and move and then leave jewelry. Probably something horrible happened. This is where Sadie was from, I think. See if there's anything else worth grabbing in here. Kind of want to do this quick, though. Search drawer. Take the gun oil. Yeah, I just used some in the last episode. Oh. Auto save, yes. Hey man, a little bit of a weird request, but if any of y'all are praying Christians, I would ask you to say a prayer for my younger brother. He's on a new job, and it looks like it's a good job, but he is really having to put in some real serious hours, and he has to drive. So talking like sometimes 18 hours, it's pretty crazy right now. It's not expected to stay that way by any means, but when you're working into a new job, sometimes everything kind of comes slow, so everything takes longer, whenever you're first learning. And he's a pretty fast learner, so I expect things to get much better pretty quick, but until then, we have inclement weather, and he's out there on the road for an awful lot of hours. It'd be much appreciated if you could, if you'd consider that. Thank you.
5 white G3.
You okay there?
Working it all out. Once and for all, Arthur.
What now?
We're back, and I'm sitting here, and I am contemplating the great journey of the sun and considering a famous chess move. Those oily enactors of a mediocre justice, the Pinkertons, and their benefactor, the depressing millionaire Leviticus Cornwall, they want us, Arthur. They want us. And they are going to have us.
Well, maybe they ain't the problem.
Meaning?
I don't know, it's just, well, I can't help but feel we would have been better running off someplace else.
But the game ain't over, Arthur. I mean, I ain't played my final move, but
I guess I'm more interested in saving lives than winning a chess.
and maybe life ain't such a thing to cling on to so tightly.
No doubt. What about the women?
You sound like Hosea. I miss him.
I asked you a question.
What do you think?
We can't stay here. That much is obvious. Where are we gonna run to? I mean, they chased us from the west. They chased us over the mountains. They ran us into the sea.
Arthur, do you have my back?
Always, Dutch. But there's more than your back to worry about. You need more money. We've been on the run for months now, and I seen you killing folk in cold blood like you always told me not to. And I'm sorry, but I can't help but think that if we
There is country in Roanoke Ridge past Butcher Creek I believe we could hold.
Okay.
You and Charles, you could take folks up that way. Micah and I need to do some reconnaissance. I ain't got a final plan yet. Arthur, I ain't got it. I just need time. I need time and no traitors.
This is a pretty precarious situation. I'm sticking to what I said a number of episodes ago. Arthur should have grabbed the girl and just left this group a long time ago. It's hard to do because people have plenty to like about him, and there's loyalties that form up. But man, this group, what it's involved in, this is never the path that they chose in life and the things it leads to. It's very slim chances of success.
Charles, be right with me.
Always. Where are we headed?
Up past Butcher Creek.
It's Murphy Brute country.
That's why I'm asking you to ride with me.
Brother, that tomahawk is
I
awesome.
understand. What are we doing there?
We're looking for a place to hole up. Even the law won't follow us up there too willingly.
Yeah. I did some scouting up there while you boys were away.
And?
You'll see. I know the way. Follow me.
So it's a little bit sketchy. We better eat something. Even though it's tough for him to eat. Fit, clean, and calm. Okay.
We need to get this done
Nah, I didn't mean to cut him off. Anti-venison.
fast.
Yeah. The sooner we get out of here, the better. What's wrong, Arthur? Let's go. Hold.
You are sick. While sick, you will only gain the benefit from consuming a limited amount of food and drink. Yeah, that's right. So you ain't never getting back to average again, right? That's what they're
Quite a ride
telling
up
us.
there. I saw some canoes near the bridge upriver, which will
God,
take
look.
us right up to Butcher Creek. Might be.
He even sits in the saddle different, guys.
Quicker? What do you think? So, should we try for a boat or not? Oh, come on.
I say we just ride it. It ain't worth messing around with boats.
Okay, sure.
It's good to see you again, Charles.
You too.
Thanks for what you did in Saint Denis.
I want that other
Real brave.
outfit. I
drawing
think
them
this
off us
looks
like
best
that.
with Charles.
I was worried you and Abigail had both got yourselves killed.
I found a spot to lie low for a while, then managed to get a ride with a wagon of workers heading out to the fields. Abigail said she somehow managed to slip away when they grabbed Hosea.
You did good getting the others out of there. Keeping everyone together.
Everybody was pretty shaken up when I got back to Shady Belle. It was a tough few days. I couldn't have done it without Sadie.
So how did you find that spot back there? I assume the skulls on sticks weren't an addition of yours.
Old Strauss knew about it. The locals are terrified of the place, so we figured that might buy us some time. And it did. Until one of you brought the law with you. And where did you end up again? Cuba?
Oh, not exactly. An island off of there called Guarma. Landed ourselves in a heap of trouble.
Really? A tropical island? Isn't that just what Dutch wanted?
I guess it didn't exactly live up to his ideals. Anyway, I ain't always sure Dutch knows what he wants anymore.
Perhaps not. But he's always managed to figure things out in the past.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Just... It's been... Guess I just miss Hosea and his wisdom, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, but Dutch ain't right now. And maybe he hasn't been right for a real long time. We're not really sure, but certainly right now, that guy really needs a long stretch of rest. And he can't get it. But he's not in real good shape to lead, I don't think. His judgment is questionable. And then Micah, on top of all that, Micah's a spy for sure. Somehow, some way, I might not be using the right technical term, but he ain't true.
It's not much further now. So, I spent some time up this way while you were gone. I ran into Rainsfall and Eagle Flies, the Indians. And I've been trying to help out a bit where I can at the reservation. Things are bad there.
That's not a surprise. They seem to be in a lot of trouble, heading into more.
Some men there spoke a lot about the Murphy gang that hides out in these caves. A place called Beaver Hollow. They're animals. Everyone is terrified of them. Just recently, a stagecoach from Annisburg disappeared without a trace coming through here.
Great. Dutch didn't mention this.
Well, hiding up here, it's not a crazy idea. This is a spot nobody comes near, even the law. But just be ready. It won't be pretty.
Well, so be it.
You see that up ahead? Slow down, keep it quiet. It could be some of them. I say we dismount here and follow them on foot. See where they're going.
All right.
Follow me. Stay quiet.
Okay, gave me my bow. That's what I wanted.
Let's get closer to him. Come on.
I got a lamp glaring off my monitor. It's hard to see right where I'm wanting to look.
Come on. Up this way.
There we go. I just shifted my angle of perspective.
Definitely Murphy's. I say we deal with them from here. You take one, I'll take the other.
Do the carrying. Here. Son of a bitch, you know that?
What are you waiting for? Good job. Let's go, Arthur. We must be close now. Let's stop and have a look from the top of this hill there.
Okay. Let's see what's going on.
That's the stagecoach we're missing.
Jesus.
Man.
They must be in the cave. All right. Let's get on with this.
Okay. What you think? We can head into the cave or flush them out with dynamite?
I don't know. Let's try dynamite.
Dynamite be safer.
Here. Let's be quiet and hope they don't come out. Let's get this over with. Okay. Get in a bit closer and then throw it into the cave.
This makes me think of like a, I don't know what they called it, but like an Indian torture
Dynamite,
wheel.
Arthur. Light that stick. Here they come! Let's get in there!
Ever who gone against us, they gon' die. You'll carve up real nice.
Wow. Whoops.
Okay, Arthur? You weren't wrong about these crazy sons of bitches. You want the girl, do you? You can
Oh, we got a machete? Which way? I didn't see another tunnel.
Enough creeping around.
Okay, we got nothing that way, but that's where it sounded like the voice was coming from.
Someone's found her. She's alive. All y'all about to die.
Doggone it. Okay, I think maybe clear.
Only ways you's leaving here is in peace.
Dang it. Restart checkpoint. Seems like 100 different angles that they can hit you on as you get deeper into the cave. And I want to get down there fast enough to save the girl, but that's kind of like the bait, you know?
Okay.
Because going through a cave like this, what you're supposed to do is just be real methodical. Hey man, where's there we go.
Light that stick and throw it in there.
Looks like it's on there, Charles.
Here they come. Let's get in there.
Really? Charles?
Okay, Arthur? You were wrong about these crazy sons of bitches.
Nice shot. I'm just gonna stick with my my knife. Switching to bow.
Someone's found her. She's alive. Mama say kill every last one of them.
You want the girl, do you? You can join him. No one of you's getting away. Got us a pass and a beast to kill.
Here's our captive right here.
Up in that cage. Only ways you's leaving here is in pieces.
Oh. No, I'm gonna die again.
Dang near dead.
Charles, you see any more?
Not for now. Come on. Let's get that poor girl out of the cage.
Oh, this dude got decapitated by me. I didn't even realize that.
Please don't kill me.
Just calm down. It's It's okay, miss.
No!
Hey. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. You're safe. It's okay. Come on. It's time to go. It's okay. Okay. Let's go. Where you from?
Annisburg.
What do we do with her? Take her there and I'll go get the others. Sure. Miss, you okay to ride on my horse a little? I'll keep you safe. Annisburg, right?
Yes. They
It's okay, miss.
the others, they killed them.
You're safe now. Just try to breathe.
They're animals.
I know.
You know, it's a little hard to tell. She might be a woman, but she
It's
could be a
all right, miss.
16-year-old kid, too, man. She looks awful young.
Why would they?
She's seen stuff
Some
that she might
folks
never
is-
recover from.
Just evil. Ain't no point trying to explain it.
I haven't slept in days.
I know. What's your name, miss? It's okay.
Meredith,
You're gonna be home soon, Meredith. And this'll all be over.
thank you.
Where in Annisburg?
One of the mining cottages. If you get me to the main street, I can show you from there.
Okay.
Okay. Just try to relax now. Yeah.
See, she kind of talks like a girl, too, I think. I don't know. It's just my read on the situation. Whatever it is, we need to take care of her and make sure she gets home safe. She is under our protection now. She's our responsibility. What do you want?
There we go.
Well, we're back in pretty country and out of the swamp. That's a plus for me.
Morning, sir.
Stop. Y'all getting real close to upsetting me. You riding into me on purpose.
idea.
I got somebody I'm bound and determined to get home safe. She done seen too much for a whole life, much less
Just head for the main street.
her short years.
It'll be easier to walk from there.
Yes.
Oh.
Here.
Oh. Thank God.
Which place is yours?
Up at the top of the hill. It's near the blacksmith.
Come on now.
Mom! Mom! Mary!
Yeah,
She's alive!
she's a kid.
She's alive!
You saw some pretty bad things, I'm afraid, ma'am. Murphy Brood got
Oh,
it.
my darling. How did you manage
I
to?
just ran into them and found her.
Oh, thank you. Here, let me give you this.
Oh, that's okay, ma'am. You just keep her warm and keep her safe. Mrs. Downs?
Oh, no. You leave me alone. You just leave me alone.
Thanks, buddy.
How you get on?
Okay. Found a girl. Took her home.
Oh,
You and Micah find anything?
maybe. I think maybe. I found our old friend, Mr. Cornwall.
You did?
Yeah, he's buying a stake in the mine in Annisburg.
Relentlessly ambitious fella, isn't he?
Mike and I'll sniff about, see if he knows we're here, and exactly what his plans are.
So, Dutch.
He sounds a little more normal.
her drunk in Saint Denis.
You're back. How jolly, Miss
It's
O'Shea.
funny, you sack of shit.
Back
Who
and
are you?
drunk.
The Master, the Lord
Molly.
God Almighty.
Calm down.
I won't be ignored. Dutch Vanderlyn, I am him. I ain't her. Or any of your stooges.
Calm
You don't
yourself.
know me nothing.
Miss.
I don't know you nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
I'll spit in your eye. I did. I told them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I told them and I tell them again. Now I've got God's ear.
You told who?
Shoot.
What?
Mr. Milton and Mr. Ross about the bank robbery, and I wanted them to kill you.
You did what?
I loved you, you goddamn bastard! Go on,
She's
shoot me!
crazy. She ain't worth it.
You told on me.
Oh, you're
You
not so
betrayed
big now,
me.
are you?
Why?
Just calm down.
Arthur,
She's a fool. Get her out of here.
you know the
Oh,
rules.
not so big now. Are we, Your Majesty?
You're about to be done.
She knew the rules, Arthur. What the hell is wrong with you? Mr. Pearson, Mr. Williamson, get this body out of here and get it burnt.
Okay.
Now get back to work, all of you! Quit your lollygagging!
So
Get
ends
back to work.
Molly. Man, everything's falling apart. There's division lines through this camp that can't be healed. Arthur should have left a long time ago. Chapter 6. We just completed a whole chapter, huh? we're at 35 minutes. I'm going to pause it because I don't want no vocals interrupting. I got a train of thought I need to go through here. Okay. I have two things that are on my mind. The first one is that they keep showing us Mrs. Downs, and I believe that this is obviously supposed to show you the actions have consequences, right? Arthur beat her husband up, which didn't help him with his condition. And as a result, and then Mrs. Downs had to pay them the money, right? So I guess the first thing is that this gang extorted that family. This is like a payday loans kind of thing, right? This is Strauss's thing. You on purpose get them in over their head, and then they owe you huge interest. Arthur went to collect, beats up a sick Mr. Downs. Mr. Downs dies pretty quickly thereafter. Arthur still has to collect the money. That family is left with no breadwinner and no savings. So it's supposed to show you Arthur's actions have ripple effect consequences that echo out. They radiate out. They don't just affect him and Mr. Downs. It's the things it's not something that happens just in the moment, like they had to pay a big expense, they'll get over it. This changed the course of their lives. That's what it's trying to show you. Now, here's my question on it, is we see that Arthur has tuberculosis. We know that he's on his way to the end, right? And that would have been true of Mr. Downs as well. How much did Arthur speed that process up? I don't really know how much a beating speeds up tuberculosis. It's like if you have late stage cancer and you get in a bar fight, did that bar fight steal 3 years off your life? No, it might not have even stolen 3 months off your life, right? If it did anything at all. Let's say you got kicked in the chest, you got lung cancer, right? So I'm not sure that Mrs. Downs wouldn't be in a similar situation. The one thing is that she sure would have had the money. But my other question in regards to this, let's call this question number A, or issue A, issue number one. There we go. This is issue number one. I have two issues. But the other question I have regarding issue number one is, what about that kid? Nowadays, I talked about this yesterday, or not yesterday, but in the last video. Kids seem to be kids for longer these days because, well, to be honest, even if you're poor in America, you're better off than a lot of the world. We have an enormous sense of entitlement, and on top of that, we have a large amount of mental illness. I'm going to call it mental illness. I don't quite know if that's quite the right word, but what I believe it is that it is social indoctrination and social engineering, so that these kids are purposely made weak, and then they are further indoctrinated into accepting that weakness, so that we just aren't as resilient as we have been in past generations. That's what it looks like on the surface. Now, my argument against this, and granted, I'm some time out of the military now, but I believe that's all fake. That's AstroTurf. As long as you have not been socially engineered to the point that you think you're a cat, for example, or you don't know what bathroom to use, you're not sure, you're suffering from gender dysphoria or something. Those are deep-seated issues that might indicate you have severe psychological problems now, emotional problems, things underneath that need to be dealt with. But I think a lot of what I would call the softness of young adults can be fixed rather rapidly if people would just expect more and demand more and let young people go through difficulty while not letting them drown, so to speak. Okay. Now, I probably went into more detail than what I wanted to. The point being, we're not dealing with 2025. We're dealing with 1899. Kids were getting married at 16, 17 years old. They were already into a trades profession. By the time you're this guy's age, Mrs. Down's kid, I don't know how old he is, but he ain't no 13, right? And he looked to be more like somewhere between 16 and 19 years old. And he was talking about going to school. So where's his provision at? I mean, his mom's hooking, so what's going on there? I don't care whose fault you want to put it on. That kid's got responsibilities. His mom's hooking. If she's hooking, like, he probably don't know is what it is. And she's probably hooking to try and pay room and board for him to go to college or something like that. But that's when you got to be smart as a kid to figure out, where's this money coming from? And how long has it been since he's been home? Because she's obviously got, she's got some STDs. And it's visible. So what is that kid? Why is he not playing a role? Now, these are probably what we would call plot holes. The developers just didn't think to put those things in place. But those are the questions I have. That's issue number one. Issue number two, what just happened here? Molly is responsible for Molly's actions. At the end of the day, I don't care how hurt you are or how emotional you are. I give latitude. I'll put it this way. We're always talking about the strong woman thing. And I don't like the idea of underestimating women. But it seems like women really want to be independent and strong right up until the point that they're in trouble. And then they want to use you for glue, right? To hold them together emotionally, or they want you to come in and save the day and rescue them from the burning house or what. They don't just want it. They expect it. Now, is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong. I think that's perfectly natural and instinctive and correct. The thing that's wrong is to get women to believe that the way that they become strong and assert their own independence is by trying to match and mirror how a man does it. I think that's very weird. Feminism sold women on tearing down the patriarchy by trying to mirror the patriarchy. How flippin' knuckleheaded is that? What kind of philosophy is that? I'm going to conquer evil by becoming the dragon. What? Right? So it's a broken philosophy that has put women in a terrible, terrible spot as far as what their perceptions and expectations of themselves and others, but I think primarily of themselves are. So what we're stuck here with is, what I'm saying is that I don't care how emotional you want to get, you're responsible for your own actions at the end of the day, while also saying that I'm not grading a woman the same way I grade a man. And that's something that women almost never get. They do not understand how, to us, it's not harsh. It's not harsh at all. It's responsibility and accountability. It's expectation. We have phrases like iron sharpens iron. That doesn't really work for women. And so I remember reading an article one time of a woman. She was like a writer for the New York Times, right? Now, I don't like the New York Times as a conservative, right? I think that they write a lot of BS, but it's a prestigious place. No matter how you feel about them, it's a prestigious place. You don't get inside those walls without having some sort of either an inside foot because you know somebody, which is true of anywhere, or you're just flat out really talented. You graduate at the top of your class or whatever it is, right? And what she did is she dressed up as a man, and what she wanted to do is investigate. She was one of these female empowerment types, and she wanted to see what's it like living in a man's world. I think that's to her great credit. This is very intellectually honest. I wouldn't normally expect it. Most people, they just think the grass is greener, and they're going to complain about how, oh, you all have it easy and everything. You don't face the challenges that we have. You don't have the glass ceilings that we do. That's where most people are coming from, because at the end of the day, it's going to be just a lot more secondhand nature for a woman to play victim. I'm not bashing that. I'm saying women have an expectation, a natural expectation to be cared for. I don't think that's incorrect. I think that's natural. I think everybody's got their defined roles. The problem is that we're trying to erase those defined roles and say that there are no defined roles. And yet your own nature goes against that, right? And that's what I'm trying to get at, is that this lady goes undercover and she writes this like 3-page article on, maybe it was more than that. It was a big thing. It wasn't like just a 1-page article. And she did this for quite a long time, and they did a bowling league thing, and she described in detail how lonely it was for her, because men don't share their problems the way that women do. I remember watching a movie on the Holocaust, and the women that were transported on those cars to places like Auschwitz, one of the ways that they maintained morale is they would talk to each other and share recipes. And they would dream of the food. It kind of actually somehow, some way helped them with their hunger. But the whole idea was that they were very communal. You will not ever find that in a men's car. It's not that men are not helping each other. It's that every man is kind of a fort unto himself. And each one of those men is counting on the other man to be able to do that, to handle himself, to be able to maintain. And we usually get quiet and we focus on things. And it's very rare that we'll actually go, and only a very few people that we really, really trust, that we even have the ability to think of the words needed to describe, brother, I'm struggling with this thing. I don't know how to think about it. And I'm not sure, I need a sanity check. Do you see this the way I do, or is my perception off? So we are not nearly as communal, and we bear a lot of our own problems on our own shoulders. Women obviously don't function like that. So the thing that I'm getting at here is that Molly, there's a lot that I would excuse Molly for that I would have already shot a dude in the head for. Right? You betrayed us. But and for a guy, there is absolutely no excuse. Let's say it was Micah, and Micah was like, well, my feelings were hurt, and I did all this stuff, and you weren't respecting me, and you weren't. No, bro, you're done. Ain't none of that gonna hold up. You have nothing that can balance out the fact that you just betrayed all of us, and you got Hosea killed. But with Molly, she's talking about how she got burnt. We have phrases for this, just like with men, we have that iron sharpens iron. You don't really find that with women. Why? Because they don't. Iron does not sharpen iron with women. Women need to be taken care of, and I wouldn't say coddled, but they need to be comforted. Men, you actually want to throw them into the fire and burn off everything that's weak. But on the female side, what you do have is hell hath no fury like an angry woman, or a woman spited, a woman scorned. And that's what happened here. So what I'm trying to get to, I took a lot to explain it, because as I was explaining it, I found I was running into issues that I felt I needed to go deeper into. But Dutch Remember whenever I was complaining earlier in the earlier episodes, I was like, man, Molly looks really bad. Dutch needs to talk to her. You know, but it's not my business. I can't cross lines. I can't go talk to her. That's how you end up, if not actually doing it, looking like you're moving in on another dude's woman. It's not my place. It's Dutch's place. And there's really not a whole lot that you can, if you're really, really trusted, like Arthur is, you could mention it really, really lightly, but I don't think you could push. I don't think so. Dutch is the one running the gang, and you're crossing property lines if you push on that too much. But Dutch not taking care of his responsibilities inside that tent, his domestic responsibilities, put Molly into a compromised state where she was so outraged and emotional that she went and tried to get him killed, and in the process got some of the rest of the gang killed. Who was the black kid? I can't think of his name. Oh, for some reason, I want to say Leroy, guys, and it's not. I just can't. It starts with an L. I thought it did, but you guys know who I'm talking about. The young kid. He got smoked also. Micah got put in prison and dang near got a noose put around his neck. We barely got that dude out in time, I think. That was running close. Right? And so at the end of the day, Molly is absolutely guilty and probably did need to pay the iron price. With an outfit like this, you just can't tolerate traitorous actions. But she had a lot of help getting there. And that's what I'm trying to express, while also acknowledging that you would never, ever, ever catch me making excuses like this for a dude. This is only for a female. Females catch a lot of breaks that they have no idea about. And those breaks are not unwarranted. But we've made a real problem out of it by trying to erase roles and just say that everybody can do everybody else's job. And that shiznit ain't true. Women cannot do what men do, and men need to take care of women more so than they do each other, and to give grace and mercy more. These obviously my opinions. It's not that they're held to a lesser standard. They are held to a different standard. And that's the key. So let's go ahead. We're at about 53 minutes now.
Nasty woman. You think I wanted to shoot her? You seem to like it. I saw that beady look in your eye. You're drunk again. And you're a fucking murderer. She broke the rules. She did no such thing. She was in love. You sour-faced old crow. Goddamn you. Murderer. Murderer!
Arthur?
Well, you're wrong. She is responsible for her own actions. And being in love doesn't excuse it. So you'd better get that straight through your head or you're next. Right? That's what's got to be understood. There ain't no excuse, and don't be thinking that there's any excuse. Now, this wouldn't be the time to tell her because she got a bottle in her hand. She ain't straight in the head. But she needs to know that.
Every morning, I wish I wasn't in this place.
Yeah, see, everybody's pissed. Okay. Are we, is this our camp now? Can Arthur get a shave? Here we go. We're gonna shave his face. All the way down, I think. What happened here? Okay, do that. Do that. And that mustache. I like that. And then we'll take care of his hair another time. Alright, I don't know how long it's been since he slept, but we ain't doing it right now. What time is it? 8:56 a.m. And I think maybe we can turn in
You want to
stuff.
And we are safe now, and that is the main thing. Listen to me. You have got
Alright,
Bring me
donate.
something soon as you can, Arthur. All right, Pearson.
Big game meat I think I'll keep for myself.
Wait to taste this. Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
I didn't notice the alligator skin, but I assume that our horse... Where is our horse? This is my backup horse. There he is. I tend to call my horse a she a lot, and this is a stallion. Alright, so that croc is gone. That's good. Looks like we're done, guys. I hope that I'm not boring you guys with how I think about stuff, but a game like this, for me, this is a big part of the experience, is to try and think about all the little things going on. I do the same thing with movies. Movies, I have to like it a lot. I have to really be tied into the characters, you know, and who I have to be invested in what's happening to these people. So it's not like I do this with every movie. Action movies, I don't tend to do that with. Right? They gotta be sagas and stuff like that. But we'll go ahead and hit save. Let's look at our status. I'm sure it's terrible. What does that weight symbol mean? Does that mean like we're real bad underweight? Negative 7.5%, and we got tuberculosis. Sickness cannot be easily cured. All right. I want to have them eat before we save it. But it's limited impact. Two cans of beans. See, that's where it tells us, like, you can't, anything more that I ate would have no effect. I believe that's what this message means. So let's hit save. Boy, it's late. I think it's really early Monday morning. I think or Friday morning. My end, we just crossed into Friday, I believe. So I'm gonna load this up, and this will be your Friday episode. Should be ready to go by 8 a.m. We're just about, let's just call it 62% through, guys. Things are, well, they're developing, but the tone of the game has really changed. And it's a very dour, gritty, sort of like, see how vibrant things are? Imagine if we desaturate these colors a lot. That's what this story feels like to me now. So we'll see how it goes, but it's definitely been a downward turn. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.